Hi guys, this is Umair and this is the ninth part of this series. In this part I will talk about different ways and different techniques of cropping different images inside Adobe Photoshop. So as you can see on my screen, I have this image and I'm going to crop this image with the help of different tools available inside Adobe Photoshop. On the left side from these icons, in order to activate crop tool you need to click on this icon right here. Alright, as I have clicked this icon, you can see that there is a small dotted border activated at the border of this image. If I hover my cursor on it, you can see that the cursor has been changed, and if I click on it and drag the mouse, you can see that the rectangle is changing its size. The inner area of this rectangle shows that this is the area that will be cropped. Alright, so if I press enter after changing its size, I will press enter and you can see that the area of image that was inside that rectangle has been cropped. Now I'll press Ctrl Z to get back. Alright, in order to activate that tool again, you can use a shortcut key as well. On keyboard press C. You can see that the same rectangle has been activated. Alright, so if I hover my cursor on it, you can see that I'm going changing the size of this rectangle. If you want to maintain the ratio of this rectangle, what you can do is you can press shift and then drag your mouse. You can see that it is maintaining its ratio. Alright, if you want to maintain its ratio around the center of this image, what you need to do, you need to press shift plus alt and then you need to change its size. You can see that it's changing its size with respect to the center of this rectangle. Alright, so this is the best way to crop any image at the same ratio. Alright, if you want to crop your image on any particular ratio but not the original ratio of that image that you are going to crop, then what you need to do, you need to come right here and select the particular ratio that you want to crop with. Alright, so if we want to crop this image with the ratio 16:9, I will select this ratio and you can see that it has been set to a 16:9 ratio. Alright, this is the horizontally. Alright, if you want this ratio vertically, then what you need to do, you can see that this is the width of this rectangle and this is the height of this rectangle. If you want to make it vertically, you need to change these values, but for changing this value you can use this button as well. But you need to do, you can see that these values have been replaced and the rectangle has been changed to a vertical position. Alright, now I'll press enter. In order to crop this image, there is another way to crop this image while selecting any particular area. What you need to do, you need to bring your cursor inside this rectangle and double click it, so you can see that this image has been cropped. Alright, now I'll get back with the Ctrl Z. Alright, one thing more that I want to let you know, that if I select this crop tool, you can see that there is a rectangle with a dotted border on it. Alright, what you need to do first, you need to uncheck this delete cropped pixels. What it does is it keeps the cropped pixels from your image onto the canvas, but it hides when you crop any of these image. Alright, so if I uncheck this checkbox and I will press enter, alright, so it has been cropped, but the cropped pixels of this image on the left side and on the right side still exist there, but they are invisible to us. Alright, so this is very helpful. What you need to do, you need to always uncheck this checkbox. Alright, so now in order to select this rectangle tool for any particular ratio, rather than these already provided ratios, you need to set those ratios manually. Alright, you can manually set the ratio of this cropping rectangle. Alright, I will go with the 14:7. So you can see that the cropping rectangle has been set to a particular ratio. Alright, so that was it. Now let's go to a new image. Alright, now what we need to do, we need to crop this image with respect to a different perspective. You can see that this is the image and this is look like a bit tilted on the left side. What I want to do is I want this lake, the water is coming from the right to left. I want this lake tilt towards the right side. Alright, what I need to do, I need to select this cropping tool and then I need to click on this icon. Alright, and then I need to draw a line in order to straighten this lake. Alright, I will start from here and leave right here. Alright, so you can see that my lake has been straightened. I drawed my line according to this border of this lake and it has been cropped according to that. So this is a very nice technique and very efficient way in order to detect the line inside the image and crop that image with respect to that line. Alright, now one thing more I want to let you know, that if you click on this crop tool, now inside this image there are no guidelines showing that can help you that which part of image has to be cropped and which part should not be. What you need to do, you need to select this always show overlay and change the grid shapes from here. Alright, if I select this shape, now as I'm going to crop this image, it is showing different guidelines. What it does is it helps us that if that any particular part of the image coming inside any rectangle or the square of these guidelines, I need to bring that part of image into that grid. Alright, if I want to remove any particular part of image, I need to detect that part inside that square. Alright, so this can be very helpful, depends upon what you want to do. If I want to change the grid shape, I can also do it. Alright, so this is very helpful. Now I'll press enter in order to crop that image again. So now let's come to the last part of this tutorial. This is the perspective crop. Alright, in my last cropped image I also did the perspective crop, but there is more efficient way of doing cropping of the image. What you need to do, you need to select this and right click it. You can see that there is a perspective crop tool. Alright, I have selected this tool. What you need to do, you need to draw a rectangle. Alright, now bring it right here and set the corner of this rectangle to the shape inside this image. So you can see that I have set the corner of this tool. Alright, so bring it to the center. Now I will press enter. This particular structure inside this image will look like as we are looking it from the front rather than looking it from the left side as it is looking right now. So I'll press enter. So you can see that it's just like we are looking it from the front. It's not looking as good as it should be because the left part of the inner surface of this structure is not visible. So Photoshop don't know that what it should do. Rather it should replace this part with this part or not, but it's looking like we are looking it from the front. It's so difficult for us to analyze if it's a 3D image. It will not look like so real, but if you are looking at a 2D image, 2D portrait or 2D picture, and you want to you have captured that image from the left perspective or a right perspective, you want to make that image look that you have captured this image from the front, then this tool can be very helpful, that you can see right here, perspective crop tool. Alright, so this was all for this tutorial. In the next part, what I will do, I'll show you the different ways and techniques of cropping images in different shapes. Like I have this shape, alright, and I want to crop that background image that comes within this shape. Alright, so this is very helpful if you want to uh, crop your image according to that shape. Alright, let's say if I want to crop my image that comes within this shape. Alright, so how we can do it? We can't do it with these tools. We can't do it with perspective crop tool or original crop tool. These crop tools only crop images in the rectangle shape or a square shape, but we can't crop any image in any of these shapes. Alright, so in the next tutorial it will be very helpful for you. Make sure to subscribe this channel. I hope that you have liked this tutorial, this part. If you have any question, comment below.